Now guys, we'll go on to types of triangles. Okay, for types of triangles, there are two ways to classify the triangles. Okay, first is based on the angles. So on the basis of angles guys, we have a right angle triangle. राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल वो होता है जिसमें एग्जैक्टली एक एंगल होता है, राइट एंगल मींस 90 डिग्रीज, ओके, व्हिच वी सॉ इन द प्रीवियस केस, राइट? Okay, so for right angle triangle we have something called as the Pythagoras theorem guys. Okay, the side opposite to 90 degrees जो भी होगा, okay, side opposite to 90 degrees जो भी होगा, okay, उसका square will be equal to sum of the squares of the other side. So this is called as the hypotenuse and these are called as the perpendicular sides, B and A in this case. So square of the hypotenuse is sum of the squares of the perpendicular sides. This is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay guys, now second kind of triangles are acute angle triangles. Acute angle triangles are having all the angles basically less than 90 degrees. कोई भी angle इसमें 90 degrees या फिर right angle नहीं होगा. Okay, and last we have obtuse angle triangles. Obtuse angle triangles में exactly एक angle होगा जो 90 से बड़ा होगा. Can we have angle triangles having two angles more than 90 degrees? Impossible, right? Because guys सारे के सारे angles का सम 180 होना चाहिए. तो अगर दो साइड्स 90 उसके बराबर हो गए, 90 से ज्यादा हो गए, तो दोनों का सम 180 क्रॉस कर जाएगा. Impossible, right? So for an obtuse angle, one angle can be greater than 90 degrees. Okay. We'll now try to understand the implication of Pythagoras theorem for the acute angle and the obtuse angle triangles. So what I've done here is guys, I have just replicated the right angle triangle ABC towards the right. You can see here. Okay. मैंने यहाँ पे देखो ये triangle replicate किया है this side. Okay. Now what I will do is guys, keeping this point here fixed. Okay. I will reduce the angle. यहाँ पे angle 90 दोनों के बीच में, I'll reduce the angle. Can you see this? The angle is getting reduced, right? I will reduce the angle. So now guys, all the angles of the given triangle are less than 90 degrees. It becomes an acute angle triangle. Okay. And the side form is nothing but C dash. Okay. The original side was C, isn't it guys? And we know that C is equal to C square is equal to A square plus B square. But now guys, जो नया वाला triangle form किया है हमने, ये वाला triangle, उसका जो third side है C dash, वो इस C से definitely कम है, right? Okay, if C dash is less than C, I can square both sides. I will have C dash ka square guys to be less than C square, but C square is equal to A square plus B square, right? Right guys, so writing it in proper language. Okay, for an acute angle triangle, the largest side C dash square is less than sum of the squares of the other sides. Okay, proof, we have just now done that. We have reduced the angle. Okay guys, in the same way for obtuse angle triangle, I will increase the angle. You can see below, I'm increasing the angle here, right? If I increase the angle, okay, A and B remain the same, I get a new side C dash जो कि C से बड़ा होगा. Again squaring both sides, I will have C dash square to be greater than A square plus B square. All right, now you can just include these two results in the table we have for triangles. Okay, for acute angle triangles, C square is less than A square plus B square. And for an obtuse angle triangle, C square is greater than A square plus B square, where C is the largest side of the triangle. Okay. Now there are also different classification of the triangle based on the sides. Okay. So guys, if all the three sides are equal, we get an equilateral triangle. Okay, in which all the sides are equal. Okay, but guys, basically an equilateral triangle is also an equiangular triangle where all the angles are equal to 60 degrees. Okay, 60, 60, 60, sum kitna ho gaya? 180 degrees, right? Okay, we'll discuss in detail about the equilateral triangle in the upcoming classes. Next we go on to isosceles triangles guys. यहाँ पे तीन नहीं, यहाँ पे exactly दो side होते हैं equal. Okay, and one pair of sides is basically equal, and the perpendicular and the non-equal side is called as the base of the triangle. Okay, so this is called as the base here. All right, now for isosceles triangle एक बहुत important property है. Okay, if you basically drop an altitude, okay, altitude means if you drop a height from this point to the base, okay, it is also the perpendicular bisector. So altitude to the base is the perpendicular bisector. Also one more interesting property is for an isosceles triangle guys, अगर एक भी angle 60 degrees हो गया, it becomes an equilateral triangle. If this angle guys is let's say 60 degrees, okay, then sum of the triangles is sum of all the angles should be 180. उसमें 60 निकाल दो, कितना बचा? 120. Now if these two sides are equal, these two angles आगे जाके will prove as equal, the base angles, right? So 180 120 का half हो जाएगा 60 60. That means all the angles are 60 and becomes an equilateral triangle. Same thing you can do by placing 60 degrees over here, 60 here, and the other 60 will be over here, right? बचा कितना? ये भी होगा 60 degrees, right? So if any one angle of an isosceles triangle is 60 degrees, it becomes an equilateral triangle. All right, guys, that brings us to the last type of triangles based on the sides. All the sides are distinct. The triangle is called as a scalene triangle. And as you can see, all the three sides are different in length and also the three angles.